Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 11th. We are just going to jump right in here, Capricorn. And sorry, this might have moved here. We're just going to jump right in here and see what is going on for you at this time. And that'll be that. So, Capricorn, you have the, and we're doing a Celtic cross here, by the way, but you have the Wheel of Fortune in the area of your thoughts. So I do feel that you are kind of like thinking about a turnaround or, improvements in your life. You also have the Sun here, which is nice. Even though the Sun, here's the thing. Is I feel like you're trying to get back to the sun. Let's put it that way. You're trying to get back towards, happier times or things that a time where things were happier. In your current general energies, you have the 5 Wands. So I feel like even maybe over the past year or so, there have been some improvements, but I kind of feel you're like in a little bit of a dip or you're experiencing a little bit of conflict right now with the 5 of Wands. Your crossing energy is the Page of Pentacles. I'm getting a few things here on the Page of Pentacles. Number one, Page of Pentacles, there's a pretty easy solution. Sometimes we just need to do something new, do something different with the Page of Pentacles. That is the thing that can kind of like set us free if it is crossing energy. So any of you who are thinking about making any changes in your life, moving in a new direction in your life, doing something new, doing something different, I feel like this would be very beneficial for you, and there could be just a lot of success in kind of like doing new things, like I said. Oh, also, I feel like there could be communication coming in for you here. I mostly say that you have 2 7s at the end. What's interesting is there's nothing really in your reading that screams opportunity, but I keep getting the word when I look at the end here at these 2 7s, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I keep getting something about an opportunity that could be coming in for you. But I feel fear. To me, 2 7s in a row, 2 7s connected in a reading, is internal fears don't exist. So I feel like there's some fears that you need to face, but this kind of looks like a new direction to me. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, the Sun is coming up in your past position, which is the energy that you're moving past. In the tarot, when the Sun shows up in a reading, it really doesn't matter where it is. It does put a positive spin on the reading. That does not mean that things are positive right now. It doesn't mean things are perfect. It just kind of puts a positive spin on the energy. And I feel with this Wheel of Fortune that you're hoping to kind of get back to that. I do feel a need to kind of like take control with this energy, with the Wheel of Fortune. We control the wheel right here. You see there's a snake right by my finger. The snake represents your vibrations. You can see it's kind of like a squiggly line. And so it represents your vibrations, the energy that you put out into the world. In the area of your foundation, you have these 6 Wands. Love it. Really, this is very good. To me, it's saying that there is a lot of attention for you, or you could be getting a lot of attention on whatever it is that you're working on in your life. So for those of you in work, business, career, this is amazing because it's saying, hey, there's a lot in your foundation. There's a lot of attention available to you, but you're gonna have to take advantage of the attention. That's really what this says. It's like saying, the attention exists. But if you don't do something, then nothing's going to happen. It's like, people always ask for an example, and I always say YouTube. It's like there is endless attention on YouTube where you could start a business on YouTube with YouTube videos or whatever you want to do. But it's like the attention exists, but you have to put something out there to make it work. I'm not saying it's YouTube, but I feel like there are a lot of opportunities here. I feel like people don't realize that there are like other opportunities with this as well. Like if you want to raise your promotion, it's like this can be the energy that says, hey, the opportunity exists, but you have to open your mouth and go talk to your boss and be like, I want to raise our promotion, right? I feel like sometimes we don't take advantage of these opportunities that we can create for ourselves. And it looks to me like this reading is encouraging you to create opportunities for yourself. In the past, you have the Sun. Again, I feel that there were some improvements actually over the past maybe a year or longer recently, even with COVID. So I feel like there have been some improvements in your life. Again, I'm not suggesting things are perfect, but I feel in general things have kind of improved. And I feel there's a lot of reasons to be happy. I also feel like it's kind of interesting because normally the horses in the tarot, they represent assistance. They represent something or someone who comes into our life and who assists us, who helps us. I feel like part of me feels like you have created your own horse, like you are your own horse. So it's like, I feel like you've developed maybe some new skills or some new techniques for, dealing with life in general. And it's kind of like you're helping yourself with the sun. Again, as always, teamwork makes a dream work, Capricorn, but, especially now. But what I would say is I feel like you've developed some skills over the past few years, maybe that are kind of like, I don't want to say coping skills, but, those are kind of the words that are popping into my head. I feel like you've developed some skills on like how to deal with life. In the area of the near future, you have the Four of Pentacles, trying to hold on to something. I feel like what you're trying to hold on to is a certain level of security. And it's kind of like maybe you've started making a certain amount of money and you're trying to hold on to it. Maybe you've reached a certain level in your career and you're like trying to hold on to it. But it's like you're not wanting to go backwards or forwards here, and I feel this is kind of encouraging you to open up and realize that it's time for you to kind of level up. Even in the next few months, you have the Hangman. The Hangman can represent stuck energy, but really, he has sacrificed the movement. He has sacrificed the use of his arms and his legs to gain enlightenment. So he has gained a lot of answers by putting himself in Hangman mode. I feel like you've been on pause for a very long period of time here, Capricorn. We're going to clarify this in a minute, but the other interesting thing is I feel like saying, don't do this right here. The Hangman in reverse. When the Hangman is in reverse, you can kind of see, it almost looks like he is dancing on the card. And it can sometimes represent, trying to do too much, trying to impress, like a boss, for example. It's like sometimes, I don't know if you've ever seen someone who like almost is putting on a show. And when the Hangman comes up in reverse, it can represent putting on a show. I'm not saying that you're putting on a show. I feel like it's just saying that you don't have to do extra at this time for you to be successful. And we're going to look at that in a minute. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Justice card. The Justice card represents justice, obviously. Pretty nice. I do feel like some of you could be seeing someone getting their karma in a relationship. I also get a weird flip-flop feeling here as well. I would say for those of you that got out of a relationship over the past 2 years, like during COVID, it's like I feel like originally maybe you wanted to get back with the person. Now things have gone the other direction. I feel like you don't want to go back to the person now. It's like you've healed, but now I kind of get the feeling of a person trying to return here. Again, as I always say, I don't do X-back readings. I think we should move on for the most part and find someone new, right? And is that always true? No, but for the most part is what I'm saying here. And again, if this message is for you, I feel like you want to move on anyway. So I would definitely protect yourself. Again, we have Mars retrograde in August coming up. It's not the same as Mercury retrograde, but it is similar. People can still come back during Mars retrograde. So I would just protect yourself. And the reason I tell people this is, again, this is only for those of you that don't want to hear from an ex. If you know that it's going to mess up your day, I would be very careful, with this justice energy. Justice does not represent the return of anyone, but this is what I'm reading intuitively. Again, I read intuitively. This is what I'm getting here on the Justice card. But I do also feel that there's kind of like a rebalancing going on in your social life. I feel you're going to be becoming more social over the next coming years, and there's going to be a lot of benefits. Like I always say to you, you always get cards of teamwork. You actually don't have any in this reading for once, but I feel like there's a lot of benefits there for you. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Seven of Cups. I kind of really like this. I feel like you're spoiled for choice. And I feel like saying the land of opportunity or something like that is what you are creating right now. Part of me feels like you're creating it. I would also say with the Wheel of Fortune, if you're making any changes like moving, traveling, changing jobs, any of those things, I feel there's a lot of opportunity coming in for you here. It's like you're entering into this land of opportunity. Part of me feels like it's a good thing, obviously, because there's a lot more opportunity for you. I also feel like it can be a bad thing as well. It's like sometimes when we're spoiled for choice, when we have too many options, it can actually lead to disappointment because we'll always be wondering, was one of the options better for me, right? So I would, kind of protect yourself from that with this Seven of Cups. I might have said this to you recently, and again, I'm getting the same thing popping into my head that, you need to be careful if there's a bunch of options for you in work, business, love, career, whatever, because I feel like there could be some disappointments with the Seven of Cups. And finally, and by the way, if you're looking for a solution to that, right? If you're not wanting to be disappointed, I always tell people, Seven of Cups, write down a list of the things that you value. And it's like, what do you value in a job? What do you value the most in a relationship? Pick your top 3 things. If you get into a relationship and the person has your top 3 values, hey, then you're not going to be disappointed. It's going to be a good person. Nobody can, meet our whole entire list. As I always say, it's impossible. We're all way too picky, right? But what I would say here is that if someone has the top 3, good enough. Same thing with job. Same thing with the business that you're creating. Same thing with maybe you're writing a book. I would say write down your values. What are the top 3 things you want to get out of something? And as long as it meets those things, then make that decision, right? At the end here, you have the Seven of Pentacles. You're definitely ready to make a new decision, is what I'd say. Seven of Pentacles, he's looking at these pentacles, could represent his life or something he's been working on, and he's like saying, hey, it's time for me to make a change. The Seven of Pentacles represents a change in direction. He's like wondering, is the juice worth the squeeze? Am I getting the most out of this situation or not? Again, with Uranus and Taurus, as I've been saying to everyone, I would be doing the value thing. I would be writing down your values. I would be saying, am I getting the most I can out of this situation or not? And if the answer is yes, then keep moving forward. If the answer is no, then, I would make a change. You have the Empress wanting to pop out there. But let's see what we get for you here, Capricorn. This table is not cooperating today. With the Five of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands, card of success, card of abundance, card of, kind of like being on your high horse, right? But you have the Six of Wands twice, and really what I'm looking for is the word of excellence. So I feel like you're entering into a time of excellence where you can really shine. And like I said, I would be trying to get as much attention as I possibly can if I were you, Capricorn, because I feel there's just a lot of success in attention. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles popping out there. I would be putting in the work to, get noticed, especially in like work, business, money, any of those places of your life. Love, I'd be putting yourself out there as well. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, like trying to make the change. Everything in your reading to me is saying you're trying to kind of like transmute the energy in your life. You're trying to turn one thing into another. So I kind of feel, like I was saying, that you're creating your own opportunities right now, and that is very powerful. With the Six of Wands, you have the Fool. Yeah, definitely time for you to take a leap of faith, especially with that Hangman. The Hangman, I just intuitively, I get the message that, I keep getting this like message of being more passive with the Hangman, which is kind of weird because the Hangman is a very passive energy when you think about it. He's not doing anything. He's hanging from the tree. But again, I feel like the energy is encouraging you not to do nothing, but to take the more like passive approach to anything that you are doing at this time. But at the same time, the Fool, I feel like it's saying like you have to get started. You have to take the leap of faith to do it. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. So, again, I do feel some of you are kind of like leaving something behind from the past. So you could be leaving behind like a place, a location. With the Four of Pentacles, some of you could be moving. You could be leaving behind a business or a job. And I feel like you're entering into something that comes more easily to you. That does not mean that it is going to be easy. As I always say, just because something comes more easily to you does not mean that it's going to be easy. So, again, I feel like it's just something that maybe you understand more, right? With the Hangman, you have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely something new that you're working on. I feel a lot of you could be working on new projects. For some of you in like work or business, I feel you are just looking for something new that's more fulfilling, more fulfillment. For others, this could be love coming in for you. I would say that if it's love, this is communication that's coming in. Definitely could be a Pisces, Libra, any of the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo, could be coming in for you as well. Take it how it resonates. But I feel like this person's communicating with you. It looks to me like someone is reaching out to you. There's like a lot of attention on you right now. Six of Wands twice, the Sun. I feel like there's a lot of attention, so it wouldn't really surprise me. Again, as I always say, even if you don't want love, someone could be communicating with you. That does not mean you have to accept it into your life. With the Justice card, you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is kind of like the first tick, is what I feel like saying with that Justice card. It's like I feel like something is almost motivating you here. Maybe you see an ex get their karma, and then I feel like you feel really good about it. Not that we should. I don't think we should be focusing on other people's karma. I think we should be focusing on our own stuff, right? But I kind of feel, at the same time, I feel like it makes you feel good. And then because you're in like that positive state, I feel like you see an opportunity. This whole entire time, we've been talking about the land of opportunity. And I kind of feel like you're in this land of opportunity. And the Ace of Pentacles is the biggest opportunity you could possibly be getting. So there's definitely some good opportunities coming in for you, especially financially. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands. Kind of interesting because I feel for a very long time I've been saying to you that you could be almost revisiting an idea that you've had, especially like a creative project, a business, something personal that you want to work on. Could even be your health, for example. And I feel like you could be revisiting it. Nine of Wands says don't give up on a dream. Don't give up on something that you've wanted to create. The Seven of Cups is all the trying in the past. It's like if we try to have a business, for example, and we have a bunch of failures, the Seven of Cups is kind of like we have some good things happen and some bad things happen. And when we get the Seven of Cups, we could be almost weighing our options. Justice card, right? Saying, is it worth it? Is it worth going through that again? Or is it not worth it? Same thing in love as well. It's like, Seven of Cups can come up when we've been through a couple of relationships and we say, there's some good things, there's some bad things. It's like, does the good outweigh the bad? That's how I'm seeing that Nine of Wands. Because Nine of Wands is about putting up boundaries, right? He's the wounded warrior, normally. It's like there are some wounds there. But I feel like you're trying to decide is something worth it, especially with that Seven of Pentacles. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes. I feel like the change is going to lead to the change that you want here with the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely feel that fortunes are turning in your favor here, Capricorn. And I feel like you are going to be feeling very lucky. I also feel like saying by the end of the month, I just got a chill, which tells me that I'm on the right track. Chills are kind of like my, confirmation, if you will, right? But I kind of feel that by the end of the month, even though this is a weekly reading, I feel like by the end of the month, you're feeling like things are really kind of going in the right direction. Like I said, are things perfect? Absolutely not. But I feel you feel like there's more confirmation from the universe, like that you're moving in the right direction, especially if you're changing direction in your life. I also feel like you're feeling like you want to step into the limelight. I keep getting that here with the Six of Wands, mostly down here, but you have the Six of Wands twice and the Sun. So are you literally becoming famous? I would say maybe, but probably not. I feel like it's more just saying that you should be trying to get as much attention as you possibly can, like on whatever it is you're working on, because it's going to lead to a lot of success. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.